do not look like you.
The third alien mission to Earth, as described in the Urantia book, set the stage for the arrival of Jesus.
Jesus is one of 700,000 what they call Michael sons. These Michael sons are the creators of all the universes of time and space.
Jesus, among others, was thought to be an alien who came from outer space. That's not an entirely new idea. In fact, is the concept Messiah and Son of God, those words that are applied to Jesus, and do imply, as from the very early time, that he got here with a very different kind of background.
Dr. Andron, however, feels that this is a contradiction in terms.
Many of them are not professing to be religions. They're professing to be philosophies, which means that you can stay what you are and believe them too, and not give anything that you've got up, but have something more. As a rule, that tends to be contradictory.
Many people around the world have found faith in the Urantia book since its founding in the early 1950s. But they are by far not the only group embracing a message from the aliens. Next, we're going to look at a UFO organization called the UNIVERSO Academy of Science.
UNIVERSO teaches us that each one of us, when we so-called die, we're actually not dying at all. We're losing a physical body, but we're gaining in our spiritual self. We go on into, if you want to call it heaven, UNIVERSO terms it the spiritual worlds or inner planes. The beings who live on these other planets of the Interplanetary Confederation, their whole planets live by this. So this is why UNIVERSO every year holds an annual event called the Conclave of Life, where we teach about and talk about and become aware of these brothers on these other worlds.
Welcome to Planet VIDA.
Unarians claim to know the history of our planet Earth beyond recorded time. In fact, they claim to have history of many ancient and lost civilizations.
We were basically living the life of Aborigines. This is about 160,000 years ago. This civilization reached a tremendous height, and it was the point where everything was running very smoothly and progressively. Spiritual leaders were treated with respect, and everybody treated each other with respect. But there was a little bit of the past came up in certain individuals, and all of a sudden the control factors came in. We formed together and returned to do what we were doing in an area called Orion. An emperor had a motivating factor of, let's take over and help people, but guide them in the way he wanted things to be done. And those of us that went along with him, well, it caused the War of the Worlds. So this history and this destruction that went on at that time put us all into the astral. And we had another chance to reincarnate in an area called Atlantis. Well, when Atlantis closed, there was another opportunity. Egypt, ancient Egypt, we then went against the spiritual forces again. So it's been a real, shall we say, from that time on, an educational process. The brothers have been coming to help us to learn about ourselves.
The Unarians believe that the Space Brothers are coming to help resolve the mysterious problems of the Bermuda Triangle.
The Bermuda Triangle is where a broken generator from Atlantis, when Atlantis actually blew up, the broken generator is there, and at random, not any scheduled time, at random, it will actually activate. And this brings in tremendous energy to where a person in that area at that time, they'll disappear. Move right into the fourth dimension.
UNIVERSO says that they attempt to explain the origin of atomic life within new interdimensional science. Well, that sounds very nice, but it's a lot of mumbo jumbo. What is atomic life? What is interdimensional science? They have no experiments or scientific publications or anything like that that relates to any of these things. Those are just terms that they're tossing around.
Who is responsible for founding this New Age